Yeah, you're saying it's illegal to deface currency, huh?
Yeah, like it's legal to burn money or to rip it in half. I mean, like, take a $50 bill and then destroy it, and that's $50 that no one can ever use again.
The money, you do realize the government can print more money, right?
Well, yeah, but
it's not like you're taking anything out of the circulation. I mean, you're taking it out of circulation, yes, but it's not like you're removing it completely, you know, because it's just, if you rip a $50 bill, would anyone know?
Well, if someone sees you do it, that's why it's like, okay, that's like the 11th commandment. It's not illegal if no one, like, don't get caught. That's the commandment. So, like, yeah, like, defacing currency isn't illegal if no one catches you doing it. But the point is, like, if you destroy a $50 bill and the government has to print another one, that's called inflation.
No, inflation. Well, inflation is much more than just that.
They just print more money than they can afford, right?
No, inflation is just the general, like, over time, inflation is natural. Like, as populations grow, as economies get more and more complex, inflation is a part of what happens with money. Like, just the value of goods eventually keeps getting pricier and pricier. Deflation, you'd think, is like, oh, it's super good deflation, but actually deflation can hurt too. It's really effed up. I'm not an economist, but also what B is saying here about being one employee and not owning the store and doing work for 3 people, that's like my ex to the T. Like, she works for her family, but she pretty much is the only one who cares about the about the store. Make me a coffin using anything from this store.
Bury me anywhere else.
Die anywhere else, right? Like that song. I'm doing nothing tonight. I can do nothing too.
Can I go nowhere with you?
Fine. That was a good song. Are we doing this? So yeah, that's a vote, guys. We're gonna be voting on for this later. Let B suffer in silence, suffer in the silence of the store a bit more.
Also, that was kind of backwards what May just said. She can do nothing, but she can't hang up because she has other stops to go to.
No, she says she can't do nothing tonight. B's working right now. May, on the other hand, has nothing to do whatsoever, so she's gonna be like, you know what, you keep working. I'll go check out other places. Bye!
Sup, Angus?
Angus is back. What's going on, Angus?
How's Videotopia?
I think this game may just end on Halloween or the day after. Something about the spookiness and the fall. Oh, which movie is your favorite? Scythe Sabbath or Black Oaks?
Black Oaks sounds like a better title.
Yeah, that's what I went with too. Witchy. Do you think witches are scary?
Depends on the witch.
Okay, what's a witch that is scary, in your opinion?
I don't know too many scary witches.
So what are the ones you do know?
The Wicked Witch of the West.
Oh, from Wizard of Oz?
Yeah, fucking, what was her name? Maleficent?
Maleficent from Disney?
Yeah.
What movie was that? Was that Sleeping Beauty?
It was Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah. She's like the best witch. She's like the most, like, she's like Hades from Hercules, except better.
I had heard a alternative theory, fan theory, that Maleficent was like, she's not like totally evil or anything. I mean, like, she was jealous when the mirror said, yeah, you're not the prettiest in the land anymore, but she was mostly just pissed off because something about, like, her being a part of the kingdom, and the king was holding a big, huge ball, but he didn't want to invite Maleficent because of her race or something.
Oh,
and,
wow.
Yeah, and she got all jaded towards the kingdom because...
Because of racism?
Yeah, because of racism, and then she finds Sleeping Beauty and says, you know what, I'm gonna get back at someone for something, I don't know.
Huh.
I don't remember the entire thing off the top of my head, but I could look it up.
So this guy was in high school with us, except we were in middle school. May was in middle school by that time. Now he's a lawyer. Can I ask you some law stuff? So what kind of law questions does May have?
What's the best way to rob a bank? That's the best way to get out of jail. That's not something that you ask a lawman. That's something that you ask an anti-lawman.
I asked about the jail. Would you think through the wall? I thought he was gonna give a sassy response and be like, "Don't commit a crime in the first place," like her dad. So this guy played pen and paper games like D&D. Now he's a lawyer. He's visiting family. What's the best prison gang?
It's kind of all over the place. She's asking way too many questions, and she's not letting him answer any.
I figured that she was asking in favor of Greg, because Greg is the one who said, "I think I'm going to jail." What is the point of college if you don't learn useful shit? Laws are pretty useful. Useful my ass, CJ.
Laws are how you function.
Sorry, welcome back. Have a nice visit. Bye. Just tearing apart his job. Laws are ass. It's like, I'm a lawyer, but okay. Whatever you think. These two guys are they're down, eh?
I wonder when the concept of law became a thing in human society.
Way in the past, like...
Well, yeah, I mean, like, we're talking, like, way before ancient Egyptians, too.
We're talking Hammurabi, we're talking the Babylonians. Like, he was the first guy who actually codified he actually came up with a code of laws.
Yeah.
And he said, this is what happens if you do this is what happens if you do that. So imagine, like, prehistoric times, lawmaking was basically just like, this is mine, if you take it, I'll kill you. And then it went from there, you know?
Yeah, but that's just revenge. The law would be, if this is mine, if you take it, then it's within someone else's power to do something about it.
I want to do something!
Greg's eager. Drink all the coffee? Or a near-death experience?
I asked him about the near-death experience, because that sounds funnier. I don't think Greg needs coffee, honestly.
Greg doesn't really take me as the coffee drinking type.
This job is a one long death experience. Dude, you want to do something? Can't today, dude. Not unless the threat says so. Aw, man. It's cool. Alright.
You're just making sure that you didn't...
Yeah, skip a line,
fuck off, yeah.
Cheers, Greg. We'll come back later for you, maybe. I wonder if hanging out with one friend more than the other will eventually change an ending or something like that.
Probably. This game seems like it's right.
It would be the kind of time to be like, hey, if you're gonna experience everything, you better have 2 save files. So let's go see what Germ is up to.
This game strikes me as like a... I can't imagine you've ever played Shadow the Hedgehog, but...
I have watched an LP of it.
Yeah, every single level had like 3 different endings to it, and there was like 12 different endings total to the game. So I'm assuming something like this has something similar, where if you hang out with, I don't know, B 4 times and Greg once, something like that, then you get a mostly B but sort of Greg kind of ending. Something to that effect.
So Germ also asked me to hang out, so I was like, yeah, okay. Because I said, we're going to hang out with B and Greg, and he said, I'm not asking you to marry me or anything like that, just hang out with me for a bit. So here we are.
Why aren't you asking her to marry you, Germ?
Because Germ is younger than May is, and he's not her type. She's not his type either. We're in the parking lot. Yep. Germ is an odd bird. I'm not just saying that out of a pun.
All of the sky. You ever learn how to throw a boomerang?
No, but I actually have a boomerang. It's like 3 feet away from me right now. We're just looking at the parking lot. Sometimes.
I had a boomerang when I was in maybe 4th grade, and I never really learned how to throw it. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to go to my mall's parking lot on a late Sunday, before Sunday shopping was a thing. That wouldn't work anymore, but I wanted to go to a mall parking lot one Sunday and just throw it around, wait for it to come back. Never got around to it. And that's my story about empty parking lots.
Well, Germ is being much more philosophical. Why did we ever need this much parking? I sometimes see fog come over and cover everything, and I see deer go through. Why do we need so much parking? Let's pick the obvious choice.
There's the food donkey. And the food donkey. Why would you ever want donkey food? There are no donkeys here in Palm Springs.
Possum Springs.
Possum Springs.
All gone now. Yep, just a lot of asphalt, weeds, and broken glass. The story of society. We'd pave paradise and put up a parking lot.
In a bunch of years is gonna be like regular ground. He's not totally incorrect. There's that one documentary, I don't know if you've ever seen it, about what would happen if all the humans on Earth just disappeared spontaneously.
Wouldn't nature just reclaim us like in 20 years or something?
30, but yeah.
Yeah, there he is. Nature's old, it waits you out.
It'll win too.
Yeah. Mother Nature is gonna kick her children in the dick. Global warming, my friend. Climate change.
Well, it's not her fault, that's ours.
Yeah.
But now we're getting political again.
This game just... I've been having... I think it's just gonna say dreams, and it's like, I have to go now. Don't talk to me about your shit. Bye. Bye, Germ.
Alright.
No maze sky.
I don't like how the camera is constantly bobbing up and down.
It's an artistic choice.
It makes me feel like I'm on a boat.
Do you get seasick from boats? Or motion sick?
No, it's just, it kind of takes me out of it. It's like, especially if you notice it, it's like breathing or blinking manually.
I do notice it. I do notice it quite a bit, but I actually don't let it get to me because I'm usually paying attention to what's being discussed. So the only thing left to do right now is to go feed our baby rats. You'd think that they would just need to get one feeding in there, but nope, May's gonna go do that.
Well, they've got to eat more than once a day.
Well, maybe more than once a day, but May doesn't give that shit. You'll see what happens when I try to take more than one pretzel and feed the rats more than once. Because, you know, I figure 3 rats. Would 1 pretzel feed 3 rats?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, pretzel's that big, sure.
Well, sure, but also rats don't need to eat a whole lot in order to survive.
Wife long gone, kids don't care. Tunnel fish are always there. Haha, yeah, man. Oh god, please don't listen. I love this fisherman. He's like a bad poet.
You're a bad poet.
Yeah, you're right, I am. I'm a terrible poet.
There you go. Glad we're in agreement.
So it's the same minigame as before. Don't F it up. Grab that pretzel. I wonder if this guy takes inventory of his pretzels.
This guy is also not very bright if he's looking right at you with the pretzel in your hand.
But the whole point is that we're just freezing solids, so if he doesn't notice our hand moving, he doesn't see necessarily that we have a pretzel in our hand.
Yeah, I get it that, like, he can see by movement, but, you know, it's still dumb.
He's still very unaware. His perception is very low. He needs to roll higher on his awareness stat.
That'd be a perception check.
Indeed. Unless you're playing Wasteland. 1 pretzel is enough. May agrees with you.
Have you ever played D&D?
I have a few times. I've told you I'm playing Baldur's Gate. That's inspired by Advanced Dungeons & Dragons. That's the 2nd edition.
Well, yeah, like every single RPG in existence is inspired by D&D.
It's actually using the mechanics of 2nd edition is what I'm talking about. Like, to hit armor class 0, the damage rolls, the proficiencies, it's all basically, you're just basically playing a video game version of 2nd edition D&D. But to answer your question, I have played in person once a 4th edition game, And that was the last time I wanted to hang out with that group because I think I told you this. One of the dudes just playing super creepily. Yeah, of course he chose a female character. Described her as barely dressed and as feral. And I was like, you know what? And the DM killed me in my first encounter.
Dude.
Dick move, right?
Well, maybe you deserved it.
No, I did not fucking deserve it. It's like I was like one of 4 people, and he just sent all the elite kobolds after a level 1 fucking sorcerer, and I'm like, guys, help me out here. And come on, it's your first time playing with a game. You're not going to be lenient a little bit and be like, yeah, you made that roll, or at least behind the screen say they missed. If I keep constantly failing my goddamn healing surges. Anyway. I was turned off by that group, and I'm like, I'm not gonna play with that group anymore. And until now, like, if I'm gonna hang out with friends who play board games, we actually play board games that are in a box, you know?
I bet if you keep feeding them, this game is gonna end with rat infestation in Possum Springs.
And then we're gonna have to hire the Pied Piper. No, see, May becomes the Rat Queen, and then she says, do whatever I want. And then the people must obey, otherwise she'll send a horde of rats to eat people like in Dishonored.
Maybe she's a farmer, and she's fattening up the rats so she can eat them. She is a cat.
Oh god. All of a sudden it makes so much sense. She's hungry. Hungry for rat flesh.
Hungry yet patient.
So, what was it you were asking me about D&D for? Is it because you're playing yourself?
Yes, I'm DMing a session.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, better to say I'm DMing a scenario.
Is it because, like, you're a writer, so your friends were like, DM for us?
Yes.
That's pretty much the only reason?
That is exactly why.
So, do you have any characters or villains set up already?
The short answer is no. But I do have a scenario planned out, and more than half written. I just need to like roll for stats for the villain or whatever.
You can always just fudge those. You can just say he's gonna be like this because he's like that.
Yeah.
But with that being said, this is the end for the next 2 episodes. I hope you guys enjoyed the ride, and place your vote. Be your Greg.
We all know who we should vote for.